Today, we're going to be making a tech house drop similar to the one found in Dom Dolla and Sonny Fodera's tune, Movin' Blind. Coming at you.
I have to pee.
Yo, it's Thomas Anthony from FinishBetterMusic.com, where we believe great producers aren't born, they're trained. And in this video, I'm going to be recreating a drop similar to the one in Dom Dolla and Sonny Fodera's tune, Movin' Blind. They are super duper house legends, and they're badass. They definitely have their own unique style and sound. This one is definitely building on the vibe from Dom Dolla's tune, Take It, except they add some really crazy synths to keep it interesting. We're going to go over the arrangement of the original, why it pops off so much, get into the sounds they use, record our own vocals, and then remake the drop from start to finish. Now, quickly before we jump in the video, if you're having trouble making badass music that sounds powerful and you'd like help from experienced producers like myself who've released music on labels such as Dim Mak, Ministry of Sound, Confessions, just to name a few, to personally guide you step by step to finish high quality electronic music, consider checking out our music mentoring program at FinishBetterMusic.com. There's also a link in the description below. You can check out exactly what the program consists of, what our students have accomplished, what kind of music they're making now, how they apply, and some other really high quality resources. Okay, let's get into the video, baby. Okay, let's have a look at this tune. So here's the arrangement. I've kind of color coded. I've kind of color coded these different sections. So this is kind of like the breakdown section. This is build up, drop, and I like to separate the drops in 3 different parts. It really, there's more parts than that. Like these kind of should be separated into little mini parts. So this is a long drop, like a minute to 2 minutes for. It's like a 1.5 minute drop. I mean, it's a long period of time. I mean, it's tech house, so you got to just be aware of like the vibe of these songs. For my personal like choice in music, I don't like to let it go past like 45 seconds to a minute for the drop. And this is just like, I just find like I play music out, and I've been playing music out for years, and people get bored with this stuff. Again, there are different situations, like this is like a straight tech house song, so people coming kind of expecting this kind of stuff, they would probably just kind of be dancing around all messed up to it a little bit. So I'm assuming that's like, they know their demographic. But for me personally, this is a bit too long. So let's just look at the different sections of the song. So the intro is pretty simple. It's cool. We can tell there is just listening to the drums. It goes doonk, and then a harder clap on the second one. So, and that's actually going to be used later in the song to kind of fill in a lot of space. So same thing, just a little bit of background, like people talking, and then they're just like, I'm moving, blah 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 blah. Same thing with this. The first, so I actually got the lyrics up. So it's like, I'm moving blind, dancing time, I'm on the floor, she's out the door, blah, blah, blah. And then in this section, they just bring in the second bit of this. So like, I'm shaking it. And then when it drops, it's literally the simplest little beat. But what makes this all together, and what makes this Dom Dolla such like a badass with this, are those weird vocals. They have really nice texture to them. They have really nice balance. Like it's like a low with the high. It sounds really sick. The bass, obviously, they picked a really good bass that's super duper sexy. And then the lead sound towards the end. That's kind of what we're gonna be focusing on today, is the second drop. But like, let's just go through it. So it's like, again, they really focus on the groove, and we're gonna see how simple that is to actually make. And then this bit, super simple, just this nice little saw wave going off. And then basically the same thing happening as the first bit, except they put the I'm taking it in, and then they just have some rides over top. They build it back up and then drop it down. So I was actually just messing around, and I remade that sound, and that's what inspired me to kind of make this video and show it to you guys. So let's get started with this. Let's go into the drums. Okay, so we want, I think Noisy's got some nice low kicks. So let's grab a kick. We want something, now for this kind of techie house, it's good to kind of go at the beginning or the end of the song, just to kind of get a feel. And it's just a really thick kick. Like there's not much high-end clickiness to it. So probably not one of the, maybe something like that. Probably something like that, I think. It just doesn't have lots of high bits into it. So again, like I said, I'm going to focus on the second drop, but I'm going to use the first drop to get everything kind of dialed in. Now, another thing is, this is where like we can see it goes doot, 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 doot. So we want to just kind of tailor the end off of this. And let's first of all, we've got to make sure it's in the right key. So I'm just going to click it. I don't know why that's not playing. Just go to the master. There we go. So what's this at? F. I mean, we could use the F because F is in the key, but yeah, we'll use F. Why not? It's a nice. We could go down to the D. Depends on, like, we might have to switch that around. So let's just keep it at the F for right now. I'm gonna warp all these just in case I do need to make a key change. Warp it, warpity warp warp. Okay, sweet. I'm just gonna make an 8-bar loop. Boom. Now the easy bit of this is it's dancing time, moving by. So it's a nice little clippy clap clap for the first one. I like this one. I'm not gonna go too detailed into this. Because I would probably layer a couple claps, to be honest, if I was making my own tune. And I'm going to shave off because this is a bit too much reverb. So let's listen. I don't want that bit of it. And also I'm going to round these down. Just to fade off the end so there's no clicky poppy things. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we got... That sounds sweet. Now we need one. I'm probably going to go into Vengeance. I really like this dirty EDM Essentials pack. There's something like that for the next one. And again, I'm just going to layer it on top of there. So we got bing bang boom bang, bing bang boom bang. Okay, sweet. Go into here. Probably don't want to go in, or we probably just want it going to right there, just so there's no like reverb happening. Something like that. Theirs is obviously a little bit more dialed in. And maybe bring it over here. That sounds better. Flop these ones over there. What else they got going on there? Just a simple open hat. So let's go with cymbals, open. Honestly, I would really take my time to pick the perfect kind of open hat here because it is super important. It's going to give a nice vibe to the song. But now, another little sneaky little tool you could do is we can duplicate the reference track and just go to the beginning of the song and delete all this stuff just to see exactly what is going on in here and just really listen, like... And you can really get a feel for exactly where. So we can see that the hat is actually happening a little bit before there. So, and then we can double check the second hat. Yeah, again, it's happening a little bit before that. Probably right in there is where the transient is. And we can also see that there is a little reverse thing there. So again, that's why I like this pack, because you can, there's reverse cymbals in here. These are cymbals. Might use that one. Probably wouldn't use this one in the final version just because it's got that. So again, just starting it here, we can even see where they're exactly doing it. Not 100% sold on this kick. It kind of sounds weird, but we'll see what happens with it. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the drums done. There's really not that much more in the drums there. So now let's move on to the bass. Now I was messing around with a tune myself in like a tune that I was working on. And in that tune, I was writing it in D, and I made a post about it last week. Go follow me on Instagram at It's Tom Anthony. I was talking all about it, about how I was just having a frustrating day in the studio, and it was mostly because I was using only one reference track as opposed to really diving into a few and getting a bunch of different ideas, and I was having trouble with getting the D right. But I figured it out, and one that I really found, I went through hundreds and hundreds of bass sounds, and one that I found that was super dope was in Nexus. It was in I think it was Deep House Pack. Yes, it was Deep House. It was Deep House 1. It was bass, and I think it was New Disco was the one, because it had just a really nice low D. So we're going to look at exactly what's going on here. So before I even... So really, this is super duper easy. This couldn't be more easy. So let's just start with the root note. So D, bring that out there. And it just basically goes doot doot. It's just an offbeat. Dun 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 dun. So, and this one's kind of reversed in there. And yeah, so this is basically the pattern. Like, this is it right here. It's boop doot doot doo. Oops. Okay, these ones, I need to put this to the master. To the master. That is not the bass that I was looking for. I think it's New Disco 2. Cut off some of those highs. Check out what's actually going on here. I think there might be a little bit of reverb on there. Turn that off, because we don't want reverb on our bass. So basically, I'm just going to make this. I'm just going to do a 4-bar loop in for it right here. And if you're getting any value out of this video, hit the smash like button. Just hit the like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe, because I got new videos coming out every week. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to duplicate this, because this is what I always do with when I want to flatten something, and I just go freeze and flatten, because I want to keep the original. And I know I can just do make an audio channel and drag that down, but I choose to do it this way. So there we have this. Now, what's actually going on there is it sounds like this bit right here, it's like, we dancing Tom. And it actually sounds like this is, it actually sounds like this is kind of moved over here to like here. Oops. So like here, something like this, and then this bit is Command E it and Command J it, so it's all one thing. I'm gonna bring this out here because we don't need this last little bit. And then, so now this is like its own bass, so I'm just gonna reverse this. So then it goes. Now we obviously need to put a sidechain on this. Oh, and I do have. Now there's a lot of stuff going on here, so I want to fade the ends off here because I do not want that stuff. Something like that. I mean, it's pretty simple. And then that, like, see that crash really fills in this space. So that's basically it for the bass. I mean, it's too. Now you can spend, again, time really dialing this in and getting this super duper solid, like really getting the perfect bass sound. I just did this quickly. This was a nice little D bass that I found, and yeah, we'll get into. We're actually going to record some of these vocals here, so I'm just gonna. I actually was fiddling around and just being silly on last week, and I came up with some ridiculous vocals here. So I'm gonna record those in. We're gonna put those over top of this, and then we will finally get into the lead and just kind of start arranging this out so it sounds like an actual song. But yeah, I don't know if you are like having trouble with your music, and it's because like either your mixes don't sound powerful, or the quality just isn't there, or you don't know how to make a song that's like interesting from start to finish. So like actually like changing all these parts, having people's interest peaked. Like Dom Dolla does a great job here of like keeping people's interest throughout the whole song, and that is something that like all our students in our mentoring program kind of has struggled with, and now they don't really struggle with that anymore. So if you're having trouble with that, and you want some actual personal one-on-one help, we have our music mentoring program. So it's Finish Better Music at FinishBetterMusic.com. You can go over there. We've helped all our students to like drastically improve the quality of their music, and it's helping to get signed to labels such as like Monster Cat, Confession, support from Tiesto, Chami, Marshmello, and just some of them have been able to make some income off of doing mixing and mastering for people, and just yeah, really, really, really proud of these guys for what they've been pumping out. As you can see, this is what the whole website's about. There's a little video talking about everything, what makes us a special, a little bit of history, our whole process with everything, and of course a bunch of testimonials, because why would you trust like me randomly on the internet? Go check out what kind of music they've made. There's a whole video of all their stuff. There's more testimonials of the exact music they're making and what they've been saying, and then we also have a bunch of free stuff on the website over here. So 3 things to get right before releasing your music, and some sample packs, and another guide, and a program breakdown. But again, just, yeah, go over, check it out for yourself. Make sure you just check everything out. Do your due diligence with everything. This mentoring program isn't for everybody. It's not for super duper beginners. It's more for intermediate to advanced people to take their music to the next level. And again, we only accept a small number of like highly committed and hardworking producers. So we want to keep our success rate super duper high. So we don't accept any people that are just dabbling in this or anything like that. So if that sounds like you, consider applying to the mentoring program. There's an application link at the bottom of this video, and there will also be one all over these pages. You just go over there. When you apply to the program, you have to just fill out a form so we can get a little bit of more information on you. And once you fill out that form, we'll schedule a free strategy session where you'll meet with me or Frank, one of us, and we will chat about your goals, how to get you to the next level, and just go from there. So at the end of that free call, you'll be able to learn exactly what you need to do next. So those strategy sessions usually fill up pretty fast. So if the link still works, then we have slots available. So yeah, if you want some help with your music, definitely check us out at FinishBetterMusic.com. Okay, let's get back into this. All right, let's record some vocals here. So their vocals initially is I'm moving blind, we dance in time, I'm on the floor, she's out the door. So I wrote, I lost my keys, they were right here, I put them down next to my gear. I looked around, I need a friend, where could they be? I have to pee. So we're going to record this right now. I'm probably going to, timing is probably going to be a little bit weird here. So let's just duplicate all of this. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And let's just keep this going here like this. And then I have the vocals coming in here. So I'm actually not going to play them because I don't want the delay in my headphones, so I'm just going to say them as this beat kind of goes. So let's do this. I lost my keys, they were right here, I put them down next to my gear. I looked around, I need a friend, where could they be? I have to pee. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay, let's see how that sounded. I lost my key. Okay, so they have to be, so again, yeah, the timing's kind of messed up, so I lost my keys. Okay, where do they start there? So they start right on the line there. I lost my key. I think I lost is where it should be. I lost my keys, they were right. No, that sounds really weird. They were right here. They were right here. They were right here. They were right here. I put them. That's not right. It's gotta be like there or something. I put them down. I put them down next to my. I put them down next to my. I lost my keys. How did I do this again? Lost my keys. They were right here. Oh yeah, so let's be. They were right here. I lost my key next to my. They were. So I think it's supposed to be like that. I lost. They were right here. I put them down next to my gear. There we go. I looked over. Okay, so now that we have those stupid things recorded in, then we can start going into the next little bit, which is also kind of dumb, and be like, so I was gonna say, so instead of they're checking it, I'm gonna say they're in your pants. They're in your pants. So let's go ahead and record this. I lost my keys. They're in your pants. They were right here. They're in your pants. I put them down. They're in your pants. Next to my gear. They're in your pants. I looked around. They're in your pants. I need a friend. They're in your pants. Where could they be? They're in your pants. I have to pee. They're in your pants. Okay, this sounds ridiculous. Let's see. This is gonna be off. My keys. Lost my keys. In your pants. So this needs to be like there. They're in your pants. They were right here. They're in your pants. Okay, sweet. So let's go into I have my sound toys, which is awesome. Also, another little added bonus of joining the mentoring program, we just get like 30 to 50% off all these dope plugins. Every program that I use, I hit them up and they gave us sweet discounts on them for all the students. Okay, little altar boy. So to make this kind of sound weird, we want to, let's just solo it. So maybe let's pitch it down a bit. Keys. They were right here. Actually, first of all, yeah, and then they were right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend.
Where could they be? Keys.
Yeah, that sounds sweet. So something like that.
They were right here. I put them down.
And then just for safe measure, I'm going to put on oh, I didn't install it on this computer. Shoot, I had auto tune. So I would put auto tune after this because this is going to be weirdly out of key, I think. But let's get into this one and see what we can do with this. Sound choice. Let's go a little altar boy. They're in your pants. They're in your pants. They're in your pants. They're in your pants. They're in. How does it go?
We dancing time.
How does their thing go?
Feel my feet. I'm moving blind.
Keep shaking it.
Oh, it just sounds like a regular person.
Lost my keys.
They're in your pants.
Lost my keys.
They're in your pants.
They were right here.
They're in your pants.
I put them down.
They're in your pants.
Next to my gear.
They're in your pants.
I looked around.
They're in your pants.
I need a friend.
They're in your pants.
Where could they be?
They're in your pants.
I have to pee.
They're in your pants.
Okay.
I lost my keys.
They're in your pants.
They were right here.
They're in your pants.
I put.
Okay, now I'm going to bring them into this my vocal section here because I have this nice little chain that I have set up. Just that sounds awesome. And again, all of these need to go to the master because my final mix bus.
They were right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to pee.
All right, sweet. So that sounds pretty dope. This sounds kind of weird but funny. Let's just put a little bit of compression on here just to tighten these little vocals up a little bit. Again, in the mentoring program, we really go into like all of the like which plugins you should put where and why we're putting everything in its place. This is just a little bit of glue compression to kind of just gel these mofos together.
They were right here. I put them down next
cut off some of the lows just to do that. Again, I also made a post the other week about mixing as you go, and this is about as far as mixes as I go.
They were right here.
in your pants,
I put them down
in your pants,
next to my gear.
in your pants,
I looked around.
in your pants,
I need a friend.
in your pants,
Where could
Okay, sweet. So that's basically the song.
in your pants,
they were right here?
in your pants,
This could be a little bit better, to be honest. I'm not super stoked.
They were right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to be. My keys. They were right here. I put them down next.
Yeah, that sounds okay. You do have to be aware with a little Ultra Boy because it create some phasing issues. So like whenever I was actually mixing this and doing this properly, then I would really go into like dialing those in and then layering them with different layers so that one stays down the middle and the other one just kind of does all the fun stuff on the side. So we're going to go into the Noises drum pack. We're just going to go into drum loops. We'll go to snares. I just want a straight one, just to add a little bit of just something to go in there. And then basically what we go is we would just take in, like I'm pretty sure in this one they have it. Now they have another synth on top of there. I'm not going to go into that, but it's just like a dun 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 dun. So honestly, their whole buildup is just this kick and this clap and this kick, and then here it goes to. And I'm going to start this a little bit. And honestly, it's the exact same thing. Like right here. Okay, over here. Is that right? Yeah, no, this is right. There we go. And then, duplicate that. Oops. Bring the same thing to like right here. But then take out this. There's basically this. Oh, it looks like they do have their hats in there still.
I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to pee. I lost my keys. They were right here.
And then they just put like a little, I think it's from Kashmir or something like that, probably into just like some atmosphere-y things. So Kashmir will go to effect sounds, ambience, scenes. Probably not that. Earth, fire, wind, water, design, bird calls. Maybe Kashmir 2. Ambiences, natural ambiences. There we go. So I don't even know. They just got like a coffee shop or something like that. I'm gonna put this in with my effects. So I'm gonna put it on my sub effect, even though this isn't the sub effect.
Right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Could they be? I have to pee. I lost my keys. They were right here. I put them down.
Now I really need to dial this in because this sounds kind of ridiculous here.
I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to pee. I lost my keys.
Yeah, and then this doesn't even come in. I'm just gonna put it to here because it's just kind of ridiculous. But then basically it goes like that.
I lost my keys. They were right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to pee. I lost my keys.
Okay, we have to put that timing right. But basically, it would be something like. So that's basically what it is for the, barring the correct vocals. So you get the gist of it though. And now we're going to look at this lead sound. Now this lead sound, now I have in my personal little effects that I made, this Dom Dolla lead over here that is super duper duper simple. So basically all it is just a basic sound. So literally just a basic sound with some effects on it. It's like got some dimension, some hyper, some chorus, whole buttload of just like effects on here. You can look at those and copy those if you'd like. But basically what it sounds like, and it's super duper easy to make, is just this. It's just a single. So all I got going on there is in the automation. So again, it's just playing the root note of D, going into the automation, literally some pitch bend going up, and then at the end, super duper simple. But to make it pop, I like to put a medium curve on here. So giving it some distortion, and then camel crusher. That really crushes it out there. I just have a little bit of compression and distortion. That's basically it. And then cutting off the lows and the highs. And I like how the reverb just pops after that. And then if we really, really want to, so this kind of goes right here. So let's go to the last drop here. And let's take out this little bit. And we'll just bring this down over here. Now we can have this kind of filtering in over here so it's not as crazy. Just to kind of give it some, like, I mean, probably like right there. Like, where do they do it? Yeah, they do it right before here. Let's listen. And they do the whole like, so it's pretty much just putting like a gate on it. Or what you can do is change it to audio, which is something we can possibly do. Now I'm going to bring this into my melody section because I have a sidechain set up in here. And again, like it is with my template, this is something we show in the mentoring program, is like how to set up this template properly. And one thing I like to do here is like not have this on to sync here. I just have it from one shot because I find it goes off of time if you do that. So like with this, again, this I gotta go to the master. And let's just bring my sidechain over here. Probably take this just down a notch. So now when we bring this in, oh, and then also in the synth here, it goes up 2 and then down 12. So we're just going up 2, which is still in key, and then down 12, which just brings it down an octave. So then it's like, when we listen to it all.
I need a friend. Where could they be?
And how does the second one start? It's like.
Keep shaking it.
Oh, so they just start with the, with the, whatchamacallit, the vocals. So they don't actually bring this in. So they'll actually have this one here. Like that. And then I think after that they will bring this bad boy to there. So I guess it'll be something like this.
I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to pee.
And then I believe here is where they have it.
Keep shaking it.
So another thing that I like to do, that I did here, was on this one, instead of going, which you could do with just putting a simple MIDI pitch on it, or arpeggiator on it. So I could do this here and just go. But that's kind of messes with the sidechain. So what I like to do, you could do this, you could bounce it to audio and you could just chop it up individually. But I like to use this little technique where I make this into like a little sidechain. So as I automate this, I'm just going to automate it on over to here. So it'll be like. And I think that has a really cool effect to it. So again, we probably put these two these bad mama jammas over here. We have some build-up stuff going on. I think they have more stuff going on in their build-up. Like, they have this big one.
Keep shaking it.
They have a doot. So there, this one's actually an octave higher. So I'm just going to bring this up here. Same with this one. And then maybe...
They were right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to pee.
Now I definitely keep the tons of reverb on during the breakdown. This one, I'd probably dial it back a bit for this bit. And then basically they just drop this bad boy back in there, and then it's good to go.
I lost my keys. They were right here. I put them down next to my gear.
Yeah, so let's just finish this up quickly with some of this automation. So we want to get in here. We want to put, I mean, honestly, even what's his face is, who's that dude? Bass Clef, his effect racks, the easy washout is really good here. So I'll probably put this up in here. And also let me know what kind of music you would like to hear. Like, I'm actually gonna put this washout on here. So what kind of remixes or remakes would you like me to do? Because I will pretty much do any of them. I'm really good at remaking stuff and I love doing it. And yeah, let me know what you guys would want to kind of hear. So put that in the comments sections. And actually, I'm going to take the same one here. I'm going to use these same ones over here and put them here. And then I'm just going to automate this. Why you know show me the automation. EQ. The heck? I'll probably just leave it down like that.
They were right here. I put them down.
Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet. So then I'll bring that up there. And I want this kind of like fully almost open, like right there. I'm just going to bring it down like that. Maybe have it like scooping.
Look around. I need a friend. Where could they be?
I was gonna put a little limity poo in the end here to just kind of tie it all together. Again, like really, when this is the best part of the song. I always say this to everybody. This is the easiest part of the song. I'm not going to use an Ableton limiter. I'm going to use a Pro Q or Pro L, because Pro L is the bomb. But again, like I say to everybody, this is the easiest part of the song. Like you can really, it's so easy. Like you're just putting ideas down. Nothing's really mixed. Everything's kind of sloppy, but it sounds kind of cool. So like, just really be aware. There's lots of detailed work that, if I was actually like making this song or making my own song, like it goes, I put like tons and tons of hours into each song. And yeah, before I finish this off, just don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me a comment if you're digging this stuff. Give me a comment. Let me know what's kind of what other songs you kind of want. And again, if you need some help with anything, just like hit us up on apply to the mentoring program at FinishBetterMusic.com. And we'll try and help you out and try to get you to the next level with your music. And yeah, our little slogan is great producers aren't born, they're trained. So let's check this out.
They were right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to pee. I lost my keys. They were
yeah, and don't forget, go follow me on Instagram. I do weekly questions that I kind of give some tips on. I have the weekly videos and just some sweet stuff that I've been up to. So I got a couple of songs coming out on Suitor, and Panther's Groove is another one coming out in a little bit, but I'm not really here to promote that. You can go follow me on Instagram or Spotify or whatever. Check out my numbers, check out my music, see what I'm all about. But I think this sound is sweet. I think this is overall super done. I mean, there's also little bits like let's take a final listen of what's going on in his. So they don't even have the they don't have any like really effects. We could even go in here and for good measure go into a little Noizu ride. I actually like the old Noizu pack rides in the drums. I use them in a lot of my tracks, loops, something like that. So we could put this into the drumming group just to give it a little bit of.
Next to my gear, I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be?
Could even put some reverb on this last little bad boy. I'd probably put my drum reverb on there, but I'd probably put the. And honestly, I'd actually probably put this here just for this one because it does sound cooler. And probably turn this off, at least just for this version.
I put them down next to my gear.
Or I'd probably just use this first one. I lost my keys. Something like this, just to kind of give it a little bit better flow.
I lost my keys.
Wait, I lost my keys. I lost my keys. I lost my keys. Something like that. And then maybe take that out there.
I lost my keys. I lost my keys. I lost my keys. I lost my keys.
All right, let's check this out.
Lost my keys. They were right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to peep. I lost my keys. I lost my keys. I lost my keys. I lost my keys.
And maybe let's just take these out of there because we have the.
I lost my keys. I lost my keys.
Or actually, maybe let's just have that they're in your pants, something like that there, just to fill out those little bit of spaces in there, and then it kind of goes.
I lost my keys. I lost my keys. I lost my keys. They were right here. I put them down next to my gear. I looked around. I need a friend. Where could they be? I have to pee.
Okay, sweet. So that is it. Yeah, basically that's just really quickly how to make that Dom Dolla sound. Again, yeah, he goes into lots of detail, making those like boop, 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 those little sounds in there just to add them in a little bit differently. But at the end of the day, this is it.